Welcome back to the lecture series on Introduction to AWS. Today we will be focusing on Introduction to SageMaker. So what we are going to focus in this particular topic is how ML engineers get most out of AWS. Then we will be started with certain introduction about SageMaker as well as SageMaker Studio. We will be deploying Studio, and while deploying we will be adding a user profile. So these two are hands-on session, whereas first and second are theoretical sessions which we are going to focus. So let's begin how ML engineers get mostly benefited out of AWS. Basically, when we are coming across ML engineers or machine learning engineers, we may come across certain services on AWS, which when you are clicking on services tab on AWS, just scroll down, we can see that we do have multiple services which are meant especially for machine learning, such as augmented AI, Bedrock, Comprehend, Deep Composer, Forecast, Health. All these are meant for machine learning only. But out of all these, mostly recognized is Amazon machine learning as Amazon SageMaker, as it provides to generate, build, train and deploy all of your machine learning models. So we do have multiple machine learning services on top of machine learning. This is how the machine learning engineers can get benefited by having inbuilt services on top of AWS platform. At the same time, if you are a professional who know how to tackle with EC2 instances, you can spin up your EC2 instances and you can configure whatever frameworks or tools which you are required for machine learning. But what about the developers who are pretty new to machine learning? For them, AWS provides certain inbuilt machine learning frameworks such as Amazon Glue, Amazon EMR, or else Athena for analytics. Athena is basically an analytical tool, whereas EMR stands for Amazon Elastic MapReduce. So these are the services which are pre-configured, and this is facilitated for a new user or developers who doesn't have much experience in machine learning. At the same time, when you are focusing for AI services and ML services, we had segregated it into 3 layers, where if you are focusing on the first layer, AI services, the services which falls under this category are meant especially for developers who are novice, who doesn't have much experience in machine learning, but they want to integrate machine learning models into their applications. And for them, these are few services which can be easily used in their applications, such as fraud detector. If there is any fraudulent transactions happening, then if you are integrating this service in your application, then it will automatically detect the fraudulent transactions. Likewise, if you want efficient search mechanism in your application, then you can go with Amazon Kendra. At the same time, DevOps, if you are having a CI/CD pipelining, continuous integration with continuous deployment, you can use DevOps Guru as a service which can be integrated with your application. At the same time, forecasting, personalizing view on your websites, just like which movies you had watched on Netflix again and again, those are going to be in a stack of personalization. Certain service can be and integrated with your application. Not only that, Monitron, where if you want automatic monitoring mechanism in your industrial equipment, then you can integrate Amazon Monitron. At the same time, recognition, if you want to analyze with audio or video content, then we will be using Amazon recognition. At the same time, if you want to extract the text from a document, then we are going to use TextRact. It will extract the text from the medical records. At the same time, health, it is related to the medical records itself. So all these are the services which will be automatically working if you are going to integrate these services in your application as per the requirement. Not only these, we do have pretty more things if we are considered for AI, that is artificial intelligence. If you are a ML engineer, or if you are a professional, then you may adapt this layer of services which falls under ML services. Why? Because this requires some knowledge about the machine learning, how machine learning models can be built, how they can be trained, how they can be deployed, how they can be evaluated. For this, you require certain machine learning skill set, such as ground truth service, which is mostly used for labeling, whereas autopilot to automate your machine learning task. Not only that, SageMaker Studio, it works as an integrated development environment, IDE, and Clarify, it will bias the data based on the machine learning model. Data Wrangler, it will clean the data. All these are the services which will be used for these specifications, such as in order to automate your machine learning, you can use autopilot. If you want an IDE on top of Amazon, you can use Studio. If you want to bias your data sets, then you can use Clarify. If you want to clean your data, you can use Data Wrangler. If you want to create pipelines, the entire pipelining from preparation to evaluation, you can use SageMaker pipeline. If you want to compare the models to or for multiple models, you can use Experiment, Debugger, and Inference and Canvas. Canvas is just like a console. Various services are available with Amazon. Likewise, if you are a pure hard professional and you want to customize everything, then you can use the services which are inferred in machine learning frameworks or infrastructure. Moving ahead, what is SageMaker? SageMaker is a fully managed service, and it is especially aimed for machine learning jobs. In order to generate the data, build the model, train the model, deploy the model, and evaluate, that is test the models to optimize. All these are the phases which are fully managed by your SageMaker, and it provides a complete set of tools for all these things. As well as we do have multiple built-in algorithms that we are going to see in SageMaker. Not only built-in algorithms, even you can customize the algorithms. We do have built-in algorithms. And what does SageMaker offers you? It offers you automatic tuning of your models to optimize, to enhance the performance. The tuning part is going to be done automatically, or else the infrastructure which is required for the model, that is going to be managed by your SageMaker itself. If you want distributed training or distributed way of executing the model, then that is going to be handled by SageMaker. Not only that, it will integrate various services such as EC2 instances, S3 buckets to store your data sets, and to trigger certain lambda functions, that is serverless computing, it can be integrated with your SageMaker. So let's have a demo how to deploy our studio. In order to work with SageMaker Studio, let us firstly copy our IAM. Open new tab. Just go to roles, type lab role, open your lab role, copy this ARN. Amazon Resource Negotiator, this one. You need to copy this IAM first, then get back to the services and click on Amazon SageMaker, search for it. So, this is your SageMaker dashboard. Now, if you want to open the Amazon SageMaker Studio, when you will click on SageMaker Studio, it indicates you to create a SageMaker domain. So, you need to create a domain first. So, how to create a domain? Just scroll down, set up for my organization, select setup for my organization, then click on setup. Name your domain, just I will be naming as demo. Okay. Click on next. Over here, login through IAM user. It is by defaultly selected. You need not to add any IAM users over here. Just keep on scrolling down. Over here, click on use an existing role, and this is a role which we had getting by default in AWS Academy, lab role. Click on next. Scroll down, SageMaker Studio new, Jupyter Lab, Canvas. If you want to configure Canvas, then you can. Let's check whether we do have anything to configure in Canvas. Just keep on scrolling down. Yeah. So, time series, I will disable this. Canvas ready to use models, what I will do, use an existing execution role, enter a custom IAM role. Over here I will be pasting the one which we had copied from our AWS. SageMaker Studio or Studio ML workflows, okay, looks fine. Click on next. Oh, something is missing. Yeah. Click on next. Once you will click on next, it will be throwing you on the step 4, that is networks. VPC private networking. I will be selecting the default network of VPC. I will be selecting the subnet, and the subnet should be a public subnet. Then security groups, a default one, anyone which is available. Click on next. Once VPC has been set, then storage, I will leave everything as default. Click on next. So, these are the steps in order to create. You need to mention the name of the domain, you need to use the user profiles. As step 2 for applications, Jupyter Lab or whatsoever things, networking, storage, and review and create. You can review whatever things which you had mentioned over here. Click on submit. It will take 5 to 8 minutes in order to create your domain. So, we will pause our video over here. Yeah, now we can see that our domain creation has been done. Over here, you can go to admin configurations, click on domains to view your domain demo in service. So, select this, just open that. Now, you can create your profile over here. To create your profile, you need to click on add user. Just click on add user. You can have a default name or you can set your own name, it is your wish, and execution role as lab role. I am not changing anything, I am going with the default. Click on next. Once we had clicked, yes, Jupyter Lab 3.0, okay, no issues. Click on next. RStudio license, okay, no issues. Next. Enable canvas base, canvas, okay. Storage, okay. S3, okay. Canvas ready to use. Models, okay. I am going with default itself. Amazon Bedrock role, use an existing role. I am using the custom IAM policy, pasting the same role over here. Lab role, OAuth time series, I am disabling this. Click on submit. Click on submit. This is a way in order to create your user profile. Yeah, it is creating the user profile. Now from here, if you are going to launch your Amazon Studio, you can click on Studio. Over here, Studio is getting launched. The IDE, skip the tour for me. Now this is a Studio where you can see experiments, AutoML, to automate the task. You can run in Canvas to automate your task. Jupyter Lab, RStudio, Canvas, create a Jupyter Lab space, okay. Name your Jupyter Lab. I will be naming as sample. Click on create space. Now your space is getting created. Once the space is created, you can run the space. Once the space is running, then you can access the Jupyter Lab notebook. It will take certain time to run your environment. Yeah, now your space is created. Open Jupyter Lab. This is how you can use your SageMaker on Jupyter Lab. Not only SageMaker, you can use AutoML also. Thank you.